What do you think about this whole Joe the Plumber out of the blue becoming a star?
I love it. And by the way, Joe, I think you should absolutely change your name of your business to Joe the Plumber. You should have that on the vans right now.
There already is somebody else out there we saw on the web who's getting bombarded. He's got a website, Joe the Plumber.
Fantastic.
A real plumber someplace else.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to Bill the candlestick maker, too. I think this is just these candidates trying so desperately to relate to the everyday man.
So-called real people.
Yeah, they're so far away from real people, and I think that's why after 2 years, this country is still looking at these two going, oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, can I vote for that guy? I don't know.
In other words, they're saying, is this the best we could have done?
Yeah, because neither of them, instinctively, I think most Americans are like, I don't know. I don't know who he is. And after 2 years of going through this, we still don't know. You watch. There will be
around 8 or 10% who say they're undecided.
Right. And the day one of these guys is elected, there's going to be a press release that says, I know I said this on the campaign trail, but things have changed, and I can't. You watch. It'll happen almost immediately.
It always happens. Campaign promises. You know, the situation changes.
It'll be
did McCain do last night what he needed to do? Because as you know, in all these polls, he's significantly behind.
Yeah. No, I don't think he. I don't think he did. I mean, I thought he was good, but he had to be Ronald Reagan, and he's just not Ronald Reagan. He's not. Look, he needs somebody to be able to look into the camera and be able to say, America, I get it. You don't trust me. You don't trust him. And the reason why is because we've been lying to you the whole time. This whole government has been telling you half-truths and non-truths for long enough. So look, here's the bad news. Blah, blah, blah. And here's exactly what I'm going to do, and I mean what I say. If he could have connected with the American audience, and also neither of them, you know, the Republicans need to police the Republicans, and the Democrats need to police the Democrats. They need to get the bad ones out, the ones who are involved in scandal and double talk and everything else. People need to unite.
What was the basic line, if there was a basic line you heard from your listeners out there on talk radio today? What were they saying to you about the debate?
I think the number one line was, for John McCain, good.
Relatively speaking, he did well.
For John McCain, good.
But he had hit a grand slam home run, and Obama's pretty good in these sports.
He did have a good line on. He had a good line on.
Who had a good line?
John McCain had a good line on. You know, if you're running against George Bush. You know, that was 4 years ago.
I know George Bush. If you wanted to run against George Bush, you should have run 4 years ago.
He should have said, Ronald Reagan would have said, but oh no, you couldn't have. You weren't even a senator 4 years ago. You know, he's just not. He just doesn't.
He gets up there, but he can't close the deal.
And somebody, you know, a listener said to me today that they thought he was uncomfortable with taking people out, you know, because of honor, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know if that's true. I think it's...
Should he have brought up the Reverend Wright? Because he has studiously avoided. He brings up William Ayers. He brings up, you know, Acorn and some other stuff. Yeah. He never brings up Reverend Wright.
He's bringing up these topics in the wrong way, and not as a political strategist or as a politician or anything else, just as a guy who says, okay, the problem with all of these guys is they're all Marxists. They're all Marxists. They're all spread the wealth. So, look, I'm not going to tie you to these people any more than they have to, but I mean, all the way from Frank Marshall Davis to your Reverend, they all preach Marxism. Now, you say to Joe the Plumber, I'm going to take your wealth and give it to somebody else. That's Marxism.
Is there anything McCain can do now to still win this election?
Yeah.
19 days, not a lot of time.
Yeah, I think that if he can get his, you know what, if John McCain would be John McCain, I think the problem is with politicians is they're always told by everybody, no, you got to say it this way. Stop it. Just be yourself. And if you lose, then you lose. You know what I mean? Just be yourself. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
Let Glenn Beck be Glenn Beck. Did they ever tell you got to change, you got to do other stuff? No. They told you that, but you never listened.
Never did.
Yeah, that's why you're Glenn Beck.
Yeah. That's why you're Wolf Blitzer. My little Wolfie.
Thanks.